Hello VC. This is Carsten. I'm back to make a response to Norm's 25 years thread. Norm has a channel called Gorvo31, and I actually only found his channel because I watched Robert's response for his 25 years thread. And what he wanted us to do with this thread was to talk about music that we liked 25 years ago and we still like today. But this is really hard for me because my music taste have changed completely since 25 years ago. Back then, 25 years ago, I was 22 years old, and I have just moved away from home with my girlfriend and into a brand new town house, I believe it's called in English. So this was actually a time where I didn't buy much music. And I actually have some. I have a picture to show of my collection 25 years ago and my setup. So I will put it on the screen here. And as you can see, I have some CDs there and some tapes and my turntable, turntable on top there, and also my setup on the left, and the records I have are down there in the left corner. Oh God, I miss those speakers I had back then. I also had some Danish daily speakers, but those were really great. But yeah, as you can see, my collection were not that big. I also have a picture of myself, 22 years old. Oh God. Well, that's how I looked 25 years ago. But 25 years ago, I only listened to pop music. Let me just turn it down a bit here. I only listened to pop music, popular music, and music that were on the charts and things like that. So here again. So what I want to do with this thread, because I don't actually like much of those albums that I listened to 25 years ago, I'm going to split this up in 3 parts. First I'm going to show you music that I listened to 25 years ago, or mostly listened to 25 years ago. Then I'm going to show you records that, if I had my mindset as right now, but 25 years ago, which albums I would have bought then. And then lastly I would show you those albums. There's a couple of albums that I still like today that I also listened to 25 years ago. So I'm going to make an extended version of this thread. So since it's not a contest and anything, so I thought I could do it without people getting mad at me. So yeah, oh my God, that picture. Music I listened to back then. Let me just start with these albums here. It could be Roxette, Joyride, or Michael Bolton, Time, Love and Tenderness, or Mariah Carey. I was a huge Mariah Carey fan back then. Emotions, or Richard Marx, Rush Street, or Wilson Phillips, yes, or Whitney Houston. So as you can see, I listen to a lot of pop music, and I also listen to a lot of Danish pop music. So let me just show you some of the albums that I also listened to back then. This is a band called News. This is a title called Sort på hvidt, Black on White. This is a band called Moonjam, self-titled album. And this is a guy called Thomas Helmig, and the album is called Løvens Hjerte, The Lion's Heart. A band called Knax, Lygtemandens Sang. I don't know how to translate that. Søs Fenger, Vinterdage. Og danseorkestret, The Dance Orchestra. And lastly, Dodo and the Dodos. So this was all pop from the charts, and yeah, that was what we used to listen to. And in the weekend when we were going out dancing, of course we would listen to music like this, dance music. And here's the track list. I'll put a picture there so you can see it better. There's actually 10 tracks on each side here. I think it's going to be around close to 40 minutes on each side. That's absolutely nuts. But dance music like that, also another dance floor hits. And yeah, another compilation from that time. This is called Rock and Roller, the Rock Rolls, and you can also see some of the artists on here. Again, I will put some pictures so you can see. So yeah, that was the music that we listened to back then. So what I'm showing albums from 1991 and also 1990, because yeah, I didn't have much music back then, so I have spread it out over 2 years. So hope that's okay. Let me just have another sip here. So now we are going to the part of the video where I'm going to show you albums that if I had my mindset of today and my music taste today, but 25 years ago, what I would have bought. And of course I've taken all of these out of my collection today, so I will only show things that I have, and not show you things that I haven't got. So I would definitely have bought the R.E.M. Out of Time, or Marillion. I love Marillion today. This is the Holidays in Eden, Marillion, or Cheap Trick, maybe. This is Busted, I believe, yes. Cheap Trick, Busted, or Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. As you can see, my taste have changed enormously since 25 years ago. Yngwie Malmsteen, Eclipse. This is Winter, what's this called? In the Heart of the Young. Again, great guitar rock music. Or Steelheart. I actually have 2 copies of the same album with different covers. They are both German pressings, but with different covers. And what I like about this band is that guy there, the singer, probably have next to Dio probably the best voice in rock. He's called Michael Macielewicz. And for those of you that have watched the movie Rockstar, He's the guy that are doing the singing voice of Mark Wahlberg in that role. Of course, I would also get the Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Or Metallica, the Black Album. Nirvana, Nevermind. Couldn't stand it back then. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Maybe King Diamond, even The Eye. Or DAD, Risking It All. I didn't like DAD back then. It was way too heavy for me. And now, today, this DAD is almost pop to me. I really like heavier stuff. Almost heavy rock. I couldn't listen to that back then. So that leaves us to the last part of the thread, and the original thread. This is where I'm going to show you albums that I liked back then and that I also like today, actually. The KLF, The White Room, fantastic albums. They were really crazy people. The KLF, they also did a kind of an art thing where they burned, I believe it was $1 million. They just burned them. But this is a fantastic album, The White Room by KLF. Simply Red, Stars. I could listen to this again today because what's it called? Mick Hucknall has a fantastic voice. And of course, Dire Straits, On Every Street. And again, thank you, Josh, for this copy. Fantastic repress of On Every Street today. And of course, also Prince, Diamonds and Pearls. A great album. We listened a lot to Cream, and what did we also listen to? Diamonds and Pearls, Morning Paper, Money Don't Matter. A great album. And I also had this Mark Cohn album on CD back then, but I still love this album, and this is a fantastic copy of that album. And of course also Depeche Mode. My girlfriend that I moved into this house with were the one that I started to listen to Depeche Mode with. So we listened to a lot of Depeche Mode back then. Back then we didn't like this one so much because it was another style of what they used to do. But we grew to love it, and I really love it today. Violator by Depeche Mode. Erasure. Chorus. I could listen to that today too, even though it's really popish. Or Enigma. We listened to that a lot back then too. I can pronounce this album MCMXC80. I believe it's some kind of number code. A Danish album, but sings in English. Scope and Talk, and On a Long Lonely Night. This is really a great album. You guys could listen to that too. And also Alan Olsen, my favorite singer-songwriter. Love this album called Guile. There's the Dude. And the heaviest music that I listened to back then would probably be ZZ Top. But we liked that. When we were going crazy, we could listen to ZZ Top. This is a Recycler album. So yeah, that was some albums that I still like today. that I also liked 25 years ago. Nice with some coffee. Well, that was it, Norm, and everybody else that want to watch this video. That was all for me. Bye bye.